Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. Welcome to another episode of the Power Series with yours truly, Samuel Adrani. It's been a minute since we did this, but we're back. Today is actually the last Sunday of the month. And as I do it almost the last Sunday of every month for the show, we try to ask me anything, answer questions, bring you some tips and tricks on what's happening on the Power platform. If this is the first time you're joining, this is the Power Series, the show where we talk about everything on the Microsoft Power platform, the goodies, the tricks, the interesting stuff, what you can do with it, and then I share some interesting news with you. Today, being the last Sunday of the month and also the Power Series, I usually do an Ask Me Anything. So it's your chance or your opportunity to in the chat section on YouTube, Facebook, X, ask me any question about the Power Platform, about technology, but specifically to the Power Platform, and I'll try to answer that. Today's episode is sponsored by Fraud War. We'll talk more about Fraud War lately, but as you always know, let's go for our montage. When we come back, we'll be talking about some interesting things about the Power Platform, what to expect, 2025, what the wave is, what's happening, what's new in there, and we'll just try to walk you through a few things. As you always know it, stick and stay with us. We'll be right back. Awesome. Welcome again to the Power Series with yours truly, Samuel Adrani. Thank you for making a date with me. Excited to be with you today. If this is your first time, this is what we do every Sunday at 8:30 GMT. We demystify everything on the Microsoft Power Platform. It's been an interesting time being a low coder, citizen coder, or a power addict or a power ranger, however you want to call yourself. But it's interesting to know that there's been a lot going on in the Power Platform space, especially in the Copilot AI side. And as part of the next series I'll be doing on the show, will be centered more about, agentic Copilot, AI, Copilot Studio, building that. It doesn't mean that we have forgotten about all the other parts of the Power Platform. We're still going to be doing stuff on the other service on the Power Platform, but we want to actually get you rooted in what's happening, from, the agentic Copilot, and some interesting news as well. Yesterday, I believe, there's some really interesting news in there. Some I'm not at liberty to say because I'm an MVP and I'm bound by NDA, but others I can gladly share with you, and I'll show you that in a minute. But before we get into it, I had a couple of things to announce, a couple of things to share with you before we jump into it. If it's the first time you're watching us, I would really be glad if you can show us some love. If you can, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that anytime we go live, you can get information, you can join us with it. And also share the link and share the channel with your friends who are interested in upscaling. Today, there's a lot of remote jobs in the Power Platform, and if you want to take part of, have a chunk or have a bite of that cake, Power Platform is a good way to get started. And I'll share some ways to get connected with it. But first things first, let's go to our workstation. Let me share a few things with you. So, have you had a situation where you have been scammed or some fraudsters are trying to get to you? Your WhatsApp was hijacked and someone, the person you thought has sent you some message. Hey, welcome, Sarah. Welcome to the show. And the person actually sends a message frantically, send me money, do this. Well, worry no more. My team and I launched Fraud War beginning of this year, which is quite simple to get to if you go to www. Let me bring this in view here. If you go to www. or you can just type in fraudwall.ai. Now, what we've done is to put this unique web application together that allows you to verify, report fraudulent or scam numbers. What we're trying to do is build a strong database of these scammers so we can actually stop them before it happens. So if you've had a situation where someone has defrauded you, has tried to defraud you or scam you, worry no more. Just come to fraudworld.ai, go ahead and put in their number to verify or put in the number to report them. Click this report button, go through the steps, and you can easily report them. Provide us some evidence and we can do that. Also, if you want to verify if you're going to do a transaction with someone and you want to be sure that that person is not a scammer or that number has not been involved in any fraud cases, just the same way, come to the website and then type in the number here and go ahead and verify, and our system will go ahead and tell you. So as you can see, this number is not a fraud number. If it's a fraudulent number, it will tell you and you can go ahead and go transact your business. It's not only we don't only have it as the website. If you are also let me put it this way, if you are the type who also likes to do a lot of USSD, for those who probably don't have smartphones or internet, these are other ways that you can activate it. You can do *920 *419, and then a prompt will come asking you whether you want to verify the number, and then you put in the number and we'll tell you whether it's a fraud number or not. Unfortunately, for the USSD *920 419 hash, you cannot report the number, but you can verify. We are working to get short code for other countries, starting from Nigeria and other West African countries. But for now, the portal or the web, fraudworld.ai, and then the Telegram bot. If you're on Telegram, go look for Fraudworld bot. It will allow you to verify and also to report numbers on Telegram. You can use the Telegram and the web portal across the world, but the USSD *920 *419 is specific to Ghana for now. So that's the interesting news we have for you. For those that are worried of being scammed, Fraudworld is here to help you. Let me remind you, this is the Power series where we demystify everything about the Power platform. If this is your first time joining us, we have a lot of videos that will be showing all across the pages. But if it's your first time joining us, the Power series is basically a show that I use to demystify everything about the Power platform. The Power platform is a suite of products from Microsoft that allow what we call low-code or citizen developers. You don't necessarily have to be a hardcore developer to build business applications, to build apps, to build business flows, to automate them, or robotic process automation. And it's a good place, to digitize or move into the digital transformation era of your business. Before we get into it again, I want to say a special happy birthday. Today happens to be the birthday of my sister, my Nigerian sister, one of my Nigerian sisters, Olajumoke. Happy birthday to you. We pray for, long life, good health, and a lot of exciting things. So happy birthday to you on that. Now, part of the announcement we're doing before we get into the show itself, again, let's get back to here. So, as we're talking about the Power platform, if you are interested, right, in learning more in a physical event, there's the Global Power Platform Bootcamp, which is a session, a free event actually. Yeah, so it's free. Let's make that clear. It's a free event where you can join us, learn all about the Power platform. You're going to get MVPs around. You're going to get seasoned Power Rangers and Power Addicts around who are going to walk you through all the various parts of the Power platform. The Accra Power Platform User Group, myself and the team are putting this together. So I'll drop this link here in the description. If you want to join us, go register out there and then join us, have fun, learn. It's free. It's free. We're also throwing it out there to corporate Ghana, any other institution that want to support and sponsor us to do this. We'll be excited to have you to do this. So don't forget, it's happening February 21st to 22nd. But go ahead, register for the event. So let me throw this here. Let's get this here as well. So this is it. I'm going to share this link as well. Let me actually drop the link part of this here. So if you go to this site, you can register for it. It's happening on 22nd of February, 10 to 3 p.m. Like I mentioned, ours is a hybrid event. So Accra Technical University, ATTC, Accra Poly, from Accra Poly. So we'll be sharing some goodness here. A couple of myself and the team will be there to walk you through. These are free sessions. You're going to have expert review, hands-on workshops, interesting sessions as well. So go check that out. I believe the Microsoft user group is also organizing the same thing, but it's just in the same spirit of making sure that we share the goodness of what the Power Platform is. If you are a lover of AI, the next event, which is going to be organized by the Accra.net and Azure User Group, is the Global AI Boot Camp. So this is also happening 1st of March, Saturday, 1st of March. You can also join us as well. Join us. This also is global, but we are hosting a local version here. So join us, learn all about the interesting things happening in the space of AI. How can I use AI in marketing, in business, even in content creation? How can I leverage all these AI things? These are some of the things that you learn from this bootcamp. Make sure you join us on that day. So, with all the interesting announcement on event, a couple of things that I want to share with you, which is some kind of some interesting news. So I don't know if you picked it up probably on my socials over the couple of, I think this week or last week, I shared some very interesting news about my still community support and some of the kind of things I do to support with the community. And one of them is exciting to share that, it's exciting to share that I have been awarded or being selected to be an MCT regional lead, or now we call them community lead. So I'm part of the community leaders for the Microsoft certified trainers, which means the scope is broadening to help build and support MCTs and the community at large. So that's an interesting way to start 2025. Shout out to Frederick and Nefi and all the people that made this possible and all the community that keeps supporting us. So yours truly, the new Microsoft MCT community lead in town. Myself, so excited for that. We are working something out. I know Frederick is going to jump at me right now. Frederick, don't worry, I'll send it to you right after the stream. Done with it, just polishing. Once I'm done with the stream, I'll send it to you if you're watching. So thank you very, very much. So we have all this going. We have, I've talked about all the interesting. I think there's one more thing I need to share. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it a lot. There is one more that's happening. So I think it's next week, Friday. I have the artwork for it. So, well, I'm gonna try to get the artwork, but in the meantime, let's talk about a few things here. So before we jump into the Power Platform stuff, remember today is Ask Me Anything. Ask Me Anything on the Microsoft Power Platform, the opportunities that exist for you as an individual in terms of career path change, the opportunities that exist for you as a business, how you can use the Power Platform to transform your business, the opportunity that exists for you. Hey, Collins. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. So the opportunities that exist for you, as a business to transform your business operations, leveraging on the Microsoft Power Platform. So that is all that is allowed today in the session. But whilst we're doing that, like I mentioned, you can feel free to connect to me. All my socials are down here. You can see all my socials here, so you can connect me to one of my socials. So it's an opportunity for you to plenty programs. The early bloom, there are a lot of programs. Even on the IoT and the Fridays, I'll talk about those specifically. I want just to focus on the Power Platform. So I wanted to share. So let me share this with you, and then I know that we're done talking about all the how do you call it? Hey, my brother, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Brad. Happy New Year. We hope that this year brings us a lot of positives and a lot of exciting things. I want to throw a personal challenge to everybody. I believe that this year should be the year where you add a new skill or you leverage technology to push your business forward. Especially, we'll be talking a lot about AI across all my streams. What's the importance of AI? What's the ethical, people, there are concerns, now a lot of things are coming. I'll share a couple of things with you. How do you leverage it, right? To boost your business? How do you leverage it to be more productive? How do you leverage it to even as a career, from prompt engineering, to using it to better your sales. And today now there is an operator in ChatGPT, right? But on a more note, the Power Platform with the Copilot Studio allows you to build your own kind of bot or agent that allow you to provide better business services to people, provide better insight to your business. So this is another event I'm speaking at. So this is happening this Friday, January 31st. It's actually organized by my sister, who is celebrating her birthday today. So Jumoke, again, happy birthday to you. And then, so it's actually a panel conversation. It's a podcast, a panel conversation. We're talking about transforming organizations with AI, data, and security. We're looking at the synergy, how to leverage them. So myself and other co-MVPs, David is there, Joy is there, Tosing. So join us. We're going to have an interesting conversation on how to go with it. And I already see a question in chat that I'll be addressing whilst we move on to the other side of things. And Pratt, thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. So my so yeah, Pratt is asking a question, but AI is threatening. So let's step back and have a little conversation about the whole AI thing. All right. Now, artificial intelligence is primarily technology trying to, I won't say mimic, but trying to improve or learn how humans do things and try to make it more efficient. That is what AI is. There are different areas of AI. Immediately, there is going to be the how do we talk about this? So immediately there's going to be the concern or the worry. I believe, sorry guys, I don't think I have enough headroom. So I'm trying to adjust my camera to give me enough headroom. Actually, I have an AI-based camera, so I'm just activating it. So where was I? Yes. So a lot of people, or it's okay to feel that AI is going to, it's alarming. Like, for instance, I'm going to be very honest with you. Beginning of this week, when I started testing out the operator function in ChatGPT, right? I was like, wow, this is crazy. I could literally use ChatGPT now to automate some day-to-day tasks and even ask it to remind or do something for me and just let it go. And then on the set time, it would be doing that for me in the background. Now, I'm going to use, Pratt, your situation as an example. You are in the creative or in the art industry. You're doing business. You're a businessman as well. Can you imagine there are a lot of things you're doing today that you have to do manually, right? For instance, an example will be even working on client artworks. Imagine if you put some AI or technology things in place that allow you to respond. So let's say I order for, let's say, ID cards, right? And I want to know what stage of the production my ID cards or my call cards or my business cards or my posters are, right? Generally, the person would have to pick the call to call you, hey, Pratt, Charlie, how far with my designs, all right? And you'll probably say, maybe you in a couple of minutes or probably an hour or two or something. Now, imagine it starts from digitizing your system. If you put that processes in place and you are constantly updating the status of that work order, right? All it takes is for your customer to go to your website where you have an agent, or even, if you decide to put it in WhatsApp or Telegram, for them to go there Yeah, my brother. Stanley, where have you been, man? Good to see you. It's been like ages. Let's connect. Even in the film industry, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. I'm trying to give cases for everybody who is in chat asking questions in the areas of their interest, right? So Stanley, I'll come to that. Don't go. Stick and stay with me. So Pratt, back to your example. So I, as a customer, don't necessarily need to call you again. I could just go to your website or your WhatsApp bot or your Telegram bot and have a conversation with your AI agent. What is the status of my work order? And I put in a work order number, right? This AI bot or agent could go into your system and put, oh, your order is at the maybe lamination stage or parceling stage or whatever stage. And that gives insight, right? That is more of a good customer experience, right? You know, you can talk about the banks that are leveraging some of this agentic agent or agentic AI to try to give you your balance, to try to give you things like give you a plan, a saving, and a lot of that. It's a normal. So Pratt, I understand your concern. Truthfully, this is my stand when it comes to AI. It is, you need to start to align and understand how you can leverage AI to make your business better right now. That's the first thing you need to do. I think that's the most important thing you need to do. Then sit and fight it. You're better off understanding in all this AI ecosystem, what is this that I can do to move my business forward? How can I align or use some of the AI tools to better my business, to better my career, to better my operations? Those are the questions you need to be asking. Since Stalin's on the call, is joined the live, you know. So for instance, even today, Hollywood, right? Today, there are a lot of content generation. There are a lot of image generation, content generation AIs. You can just tell it to, you know, help you with a story. You redefine the story. There are agent service, AI services you can upload there, and a whole video is created for you. Today, content creators or video producers or, you know, blockbuster producers are able to do things at certain budget, which they are not able to do. All right. Those are some of the advantages of AI. Definitely, just like any tool, there is a good side to it and there's a bad side to it. Some people will use the tool for good. Some people will use the tool for bad. It's the same thing. Take for example, you know, let's say a gun, right? A gun in the arms of a security or protection agent or protection detail is to protect. But that same tool in the hands of a bad actor does something else, right? So it's just how we look at it and align. And today, for example, if you say you're a content creator, you can leverage Copilot and AI to help you schedule, right? You can give it a theme for the year. For this year, this is what I want to do. And then it's going to every Friday generate. And look, let me show you something. A lot of let's go to Copilot here. I think we need to go to the desktop now. And let me open this for you. And I'll take you to how I generate the captions for my stream. So if you look here, I have a lot of things. So if I go to live stream, right? So the captions you used, thank you very much, Stanley. I used ChatGPT yesterday to script a creative brief just in 5 minutes. That would have taken me 2 hours. Exactly. Good. See, guys, sorry, I need to do this. Look. I'm going to, yeah. So Pratt, you know what? I think we need to talk, right? And then we can look at what the benefit, you know, what benefits we gain and how to actually leverage it to do. So I'm trying to bring up, so let's do this so that you understand that it's not just me putting it. So let's get this off. And let's see, you know what? I'm going to show you. Let's do this. And is it on? Yeah, it's on. All right. So, you know, like I said, it's very important. Like my friend is saying right now, Stanley is saying, look, he used ChatGPT yesterday to script a creative brief just in 5 minutes. That would have taken him 2 hours. So 5 minutes, 2 hours. He saved 1 hour 55 minutes. Imagine what he can do with the rest of that 55 minutes. No, think about it. Imagine what he can do with it, right? He can go ahead and do something else. That's even time that he's bought to do anything on his own. Now, I'm sharing this with you so you look at. So today's stream, right? and one thing is that there are some principles of using, AI Copilot chat. So if you look closely, all I did was, so I have a whole chat history for my streams. So all I did was, is that, look at, this is the prompt I give it, right? So this is the prompt I just told it. I say, hey, look, it's the last Saturday on the Power Series. Come ask me any questions you have on Power Platform. Let's look at some of the cool updates that have been added to the Power Platform. That's all I said to it, all right? Prompt is key. Definitely, yes. Yes. Prompt, even this one is just lax because it's learned from the history that I want. And look at what it did for me. It created a social media post for me quickly. So I could copy this. It went ahead to give me a Twitter version, a WhatsApp version, and so on, right? So it is very important to understand that I can leverage AI Copilot's Power Platform to automate and do a lot of stuff for me, right? And I've shared here on the platform how you can use Power Automate to automate even receiving emails, processing it, and doing stuff, right? In the same thing. And just like Stanley is saying, it is important to understand the right way to use it. So that's why it's important to understand and align, because the fact that it's a tool and you just go create this for me, if you don't use the right prompt, if you don't use the right prompt engineering, giving it the right context, giving it examples of what you expect, giving it scenarios, and even further going to tell it that, look, ask me clarifying questions so that I can better provide for you, right? If you don't do that, you're not just going to get the kind of response you're looking for. But the key thing is that in all these AI and agentic conversations, one thing we need to take critical is that it is a co-pilot. Remember that. It is a co-pilot. It is not supposed to take center stage. It's not supposed to be the one leading you. It is supposed to help you. So it is supposed to pick what you want to do and then help you refine it and achieve what you want to achieve. That's the most important thing. So it's just a conversation. So today's show is more on Power Series, right? And the tools that you can use to automate stuff. On my Friday show, which is Demystify Tech, the topic is AI. Everything on the AI, the Microsoft AI Studio, how to create your own AI, to do custom. That's what I'm treating. So for the in-depth AI conversation, join me next week, Friday, to have the conversation. Today is more on the Power Platform and how we can leverage it. I just wanted to share this, this with you as well. But it's very interesting to, to see that this or these are possible in today's world. So a lot of the times, right, before we go to the wave, let's go to learn. Let's do this. Let's go to learn.microsoft.com. So a lot of the time, I get asked, this question. I get asked a lot of questions. One of them is, so let me share this with you. We need to have a series on prompt engineering. Yes, that's true. We need to have a series on prompt engineering. Definitely, I'm looking into that. So if it's something that we get a larger response to, what will happen is that I would treat that on the Friday show. So if this is the first time you're joining my stream, I have 3 shows. I stream 3 times in a week. Especially I try to do that if there isn't pressure, stress, trying to keep it in good, so I don't burn out and be able to provide you good content. So I stream on Tuesdays on everything IoT, Internet of Things, and then on Fridays on demystifying technology, anything technology, and then Sundays today I do on the Power Series. So on Friday, the series I'm doing is everything AI, Azure AI Studio, AI Copilot stuff. So part of it is prompt engineering, and so if that seems like something, I can talk about that in that session as well. So most times I get this question a lot. People ask me, Samuel, I want to either upskill, I want to learn a new skill, I'm moving from, I'm changing jobs, I'm doing, what's the best place to get resources to learn how to do that? Today, I want to show you where I learn all my stuff from. It's free. It's it's guided. Microsoft provides it for you. And again, awesome. Yes. And what I want to do is to share with you the best way to go and learn new skill, right? Like I said, look, the world is evolving. There's a lot of remote work, whether you want to be, you want to do sales, you want to do a freelancer, you want to be a copywriter. I think yesterday I was watching a video from one of the people I follow, and he was talking about how people are making side hustles from, copywriting. So there are certain websites that will pay you to create stories or content. So what they do is that you go use ChatGPT, right? And this is where Power Automate comes in to help. So you can go to this site, you register, they say write a story about a specific category. So he takes this description, goes into ChatGPT, and then asks ChatGPT to create the story. He creates a story. He has other tools, AI tools he used to refine the story. And then he goes to, publish it in another portal to create the kind of formatting they want and submit it. And he's making like a cool number of dollars, in a week or in a month, depending on what he's doing. Now, with that flow or process in mind, he can now use a tool like the Power Platform to automate that process hands off. So could say that, hey, Copilot agent or operator, every Tuesday, I need you to create a 6,000 words or character story in this category. Once that is done, it picks it, sends it to Power Automate Flow. The Flow takes it, puts it in whatever format and emails it, right? That is the kind of automation and things you can do, leveraging Power Automate, which is part of the Power Platform. So I want to show you guys something. Let's see if I can share this before. Okay, let's go ahead and do the place to learn, and then we'll come back to talk about that. So let me take you to the screen one more time. I think I remember what I wanted to speak to before we do this. So one of the questions I also get asked, apart from I want to upskill, change jobs, is how easy is the Power Platform, right? Or how easy is the Power Platform? Like I mentioned, if you've ever used Excel before, right, that's just about it. Even if you've not used Excel before, trust me, there are a lot of simple graphical, interfaces that allow you to, do a lot of things in the Power Platform. It is that easy. And there are ways to get set up on it, virtually free, get tested on it, and I'll show that as well in today's session. Remember, if it's your first time joining me, I'm yours truly, Samuel Adjani. This is the Power series where we demystify everything on the Power Platform. Is your first time, I'd really be glad if you can subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that anytime we go live, you can join us. Today is Ask Me Anything, and that means that you get the opportunity to ask me any questions, focus on the Power series. But if it goes a little off into some other, conversation, I'll gladly be, willing to answer you the question. And whilst I'm getting that ready, I'm trying to find a document that I want to use to speak to something quite interesting. So yeah, the floor is open. You can ask your questions while I try to, and I'll try to demo and show stuff, a few things. So feel free to ask the questions. So I want to show something. Let's go to here. So I wanted to share the link now. So if you go to learn.microsoft.com, I like to keep this thing very huge so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. So if you go to learn.microsoft.com, right, this is the place where you have free courses, free learning path, free modules that you can learn. And that gives you the opportunity to certify, to be a Microsoft certified in a particular area, or you can do a skill assessment for free on the same portal that can attest that you are able to perform this specific task when it comes to this tool on the Microsoft ecosystem, right? So for me, this is the first place I go to learn stuff about the the Microsoft or any other tool I want to learn on the Microsoft ecosystem, right? Now, when you go to learn, if you don't have an account, click on the sign in thing. It's free to create an account. You create a Hotmail or Outlook account. I believe I'm already logged in. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Let me log in. There you go. And so this is where, trying to keep it safe. Let me get my multi-factor going. So this is where I learn a lot of things. Now, today I'm going to introduce you to a very interesting feature that has been added to Microsoft Learn. That is a simple and easy way to let you determine what is the best set of, so most times the issue is, okay, I want to learn this, but what do I learn from what are the modules? What's the learning part? What's the plan? What do I learn after this? Do I go to another section? Do I go to another section? This is what the tool that has been introduced by Microsoft, this is what it does for you. Let me move myself all the way to this side, so that I am not in your way, guys. So if you come to learn.microsoft.com and you create an account and you join, if you look closely on this side of things, you can see this new section that says create a personalized learning plan with AI. Again, some of the useful things of AI that's happening right now. So what this does is it allows you to create, right? It allows you to create, respond to certain questions, and then create a customized or personalized learning plan for you based on what you want to do. And we're going to go through it right now. We're going to go through this so we learn how to use it. I'm trying to see. So let's do this. So from here, right? After I've logged in, and the thing is, for this one, you don't necessarily need to log in to create it. Even if you go to the website, right, and you just click on get started, what's going to happen is that it will just walk you through the process. So it's the same process. So here I've clicked on get started. So it shows me, hey, Samuel, my name, take a few minutes to help us build your learning plan. If just to make sure you can see this properly. So it's telling me, hey, take a few minutes to help us create your learning plan with AI personalized to you, right? Microsoft would never share this data. Please read, and there's AI transparency or what we say, the AI, like responsible AI, and that I give it up to Microsoft most times. They're always able to, make sure that it's clean and transparent. So here, there are 4 options. Option number one here is grow in a current career. So let's say you are already in tech, you're already in technology, and you want to grow, you want to upscale. Maybe you're doing Dynamics or you're doing and you want to learn something more, something new. You can select grow in a current career, right? When you select grow in a current career, it will walk you through the process and give you the steps you want to do. So we're going to walk through all of them, right? So what I would do is that I'm going to walk you through I'll walk you through 1 or 2 of them, and then we'll come back to looking at what's happening in the Power Platform. That's something I want to talk about. So let's take a look at this. And then the second option is start a new career, right? So this is maybe someone who wants to change careers, or someone who wants to go into who wants to go into a new field, or probably you are not doing anything in tech, you want to switch to tech, or you are now facing it. You can do that. Or you have a specific project at hand and you need help. Okay, what are the courses, or what are some of the courses I can take to let me, or to equip me, or give me the firm foundation to complete this project? Or just you can say, hey, this is what I want to do. I just tell us your goal, and the AI will help you walk through the process. And because I get a lot of questions about I'm trying to change jobs, at least I've gotten, as to the change jobs, I've got plenty. So let's go and look at start a new career. So click on start a new career, and this runs through it. And Give me a thumbs up if you can see this very well. Else I would have to. Okay, yeah. Let me increase this a bit. I think that's fine. Let's reset this. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So here we're starting to build the plan, right? So we first need to select the objectives. What role are you interested in exploring? And then you select it. So what Microsoft has done is to help you. So I can say, hey, do I want to be, so there are lists there. Do you want to be, let's go through this if we can. So you can see there's a list here. If I want to be an administrator, an AI engineer, an app maker, an auditor, a business analyst, a business owner, or I'm a business user, or a data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, whatever, right? A functional consultant. You just need to tell it what your objective is. So let's say in my case, hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How are you doing? It's good to see you on the show. Thank you so much for joining. So let's say in your case, you want to be an AI engineer because, hey, there's a whole lot of, AI. Now, you can decide to enter the detailed title, right, of, and the responsibilities you're looking at. Now, another way to do this is you might probably have seen some job description somewhere like, I really want to change career and go into this kind of, in this job area, right? You can go take the job description, come put it here and see what you need to learn because you are aiming, right? Actually, let's do this. Let's see how we can leverage, both AIs to do that. So let's start this. What are the current top 10 jobs in tech? Let's see what AI can infer and tell us. So it says that, now take a look at this. So we are leveraging AI to help us, work and build our own learning path for it. So it says that as of January 2025, the technology sector continues to offer a variety of high demand and well compensated roles. So here are 10 of the top possibilities. Look at it. Data scientist, software developer, information security analyst, machine learning engineer, cloud architect, DevOps engineer, AI research scientist, full stack developer, cybersecurity engineer, product manager. And these are the sources that AI used. So let's say I see a common thing here. So there's data scientist, there's, I see DevOps engineer as well, right? So I can come here and say, let's say, so you see we have AI, there's data engineer, data scientist, right? So even if, let's say we're going off, okay, I want to be a data scientist, right? So let's select data scientist. And so there's role description, right? So there's some detailed title and responsibilities. So let's say, what will be some of, let's do this. What will be some of the responsibilities of data scientist, right? Let's do this. And let's see what it tells us. So the responsibilities of a data scientist vary depending on the industry, organization, but the core tasks revolve around analyzing and interpreting data to solve problems and drive decision making. So here there is a breakdown for us. So here there is data collection and preparation, exploratory data analysis, building predictive models, business problem solving, data visualization, and communication. So you see, there's a whole lot of things. What I'll do is that, can you summarize these responsibilities into, let's say, one sentence, right? There is a, even though the text box here looks a lot, there is only a limited number of, I think it's 2,000 or something you can put in there. So let's see how this happens. So all I have done is I have asked it to summarize all this. So data scientist leverages data collection analysis. So I can go ahead and copy this description. And again, it doesn't mean you should use ChatGPT to do everything. You can pretty much define the responsibilities you want to achieve, right? So you see, findings. So let's just do this. So there's still a short number of things you can put there. So we do next, and I'll take a look at this. What are your career goals? So even under selecting that is asking me what the career goals are. So is it enhancing a skill set such as learning a new software tool or programming language? Is it to earn a professional credential in the field? Or is it to complete a challenging project at work? Now, because in our case, it's a new field we want to get into, right? And also earn some professional credibility to it. So I'll say, hey, it's to enhance a skill set and also to earn, right? Now, if it's to enhance a skill set such as a learning language, what is that? So in this case, you can see if it's technical, application development. In our case, we are assuming that it is actually, you want to get certified for that or to be able to do that. But even that, let's say it's AI, right? So data science, artificial intelligence, data. So I'll just put the AI there. And then you see that it drills down subcategories. What are the subcategories? Okay, I want to be able to, do chatbots, classification and analysis. See that classification and analysis was part of the requirement. Now, the good thing is that in here, you can press the control and select multiple options. So I want to be able to do all this. And at the end of the day, I want to be able to earn a certificate for it, right? So I want to earn, and remember I told you that in Microsoft, you can either take the Microsoft certification or do what we call the applied skills. That can certify or attest to the fact that you are able to do, you're able to perform a certain set of activities that have been verified by Microsoft. But you want to get an industry recognized certification. So you select this and you can see Microsoft Certified Azure Data Scientist, right? So you want to get to the point. So what you're saying is that, hey, Microsoft Learn AI Assistance, I want to change or get into data science career. I'm looking at, enhancing the skill and also earning a professional certificate. So it's collected all this information and you can do next. And now this is the interesting part. It's going to ask you, what is your timeline? A lot of you say, oh, Sam, I want to learn this new thing. I want to do this. Now the question is, how much time do you have to engage and be able to do this? All right. So as you can see, how much time do I have? I have maybe 3 to 5 hours in a week. And what is my time frame? So I can say, you know what? Yeah, I can dedicate about 1 or 2 hours to it in a week. And I want to be able to finish within 3 to 6 months, right? And then you do next. Now, this is the interesting part. So this is where it goes off in the background to leverage AI to go ahead and do the magic for you. So this is going to go through your responses and craft a special or a personalized learning plan for you on Microsoft Learn that will walk you through, this is what you need to do. These are the courses you need to take in this order for you to be able to attain the skill and potentially be able to sit for the exams and pass to be called a Microsoft certified data scientist in associate category. And now you can take this credential and, start to look for a job. But hey, there's a common misconception, guys. Listen, when you learn a new skill, it doesn't mean that automatically, as soon as you finish learning it, the job is waiting for you. Yes, the job market is broad and open, but it also takes experience. And this is where I'd advise you that in your quest and plan to change jobs or to skill to something else, right? Whilst you are doing that, make sure that you are getting some experiences. How do you gain that experience? You can do that by doing a lot of pro bono stuff for friends. If your parents or family have a business, how can you leverage that to even what you've learned, apply it to it, gain some experience? Look out for people that are looking for, people with that skills. You can offer to do it for free or for cheap because you're building experience. Once you gain that experience, you're good to go. So here we have our customized plan, right? So as you can see, this is the review. So implement. So this is it, the plan. Implement machine learning solutions within Azure. So this is the learning objective. You can see by the end of the plan, you'll be able to design and implement machine learning solutions using the Azure Machine Learning and Microsoft Fabric. By the end of this plan, you'll be able to pre-process data, train models, and deploy them for real-time predictions. And then by the end of this plan, you'll be able to explore and configure Azure Machine. So as you can see, estimated time to complete 57 days. Say 60 days. That's like 2 months. So it's breaking it down for you. So first off, it will start by understanding data science or machine learning. And this is the learning path. You need to do that. And this learning path maps onto a Microsoft, as you can see, Learn. There you go. So you can start the learning part. You can see the module. So what are machine learning modules? And there's an exercise. Create a machine learning module. What are the inputs and outputs? Visualize. So it walks you through this step by step. And by the time you are done, so you see the next module is experiment with automated machine learning. There's also a learning part, design and implement machine learning. So they're learning parts, right? If this was helpful for me, I can go ahead and say, get started, right? Now, the cool thing is that I can, if I don't like it, I can start over, review it. But one thing I've noticed, so just go to get started. You can actually even edit this plan. Now, I can go ahead and save this plan. So take a look at this. So here, it is mine, 4 milestones. I can edit the plan and I can publish it. Now, before editing and publishing, ensure the title, learning outcome, everything is what I want. Else, I can go ahead and edit. And when I hit edit, you can see it allows me to refine and fine tune. Yes, yeah. It is really cool. Yeah, it is. And you can even refine all the outcome, and it would go ahead and rebuild for you, right? Now, if I'm happy with this, I can go ahead and publish it. Now, once you publish, you can't edit it again. So make sure you've edited everything. For me, this feels like it's okay for me. So I can go ahead and publish it. The cool thing about this is that I can even now take this and share it with you. So anyone who is interested in doing a data, I can share this, my plan with you, and you can just go and also learn this. This is just how to use one section of it, which is start a new career. And remember, everything you see here is free. Everything you see here is free. One of the things, one of the challenges I find for a lot of people who say they want to learn new things is that they're like, oh yeah, I want to, I want to learn, I want to understand that. But what happens is that as soon as you tell them, hey, you have to put in some effort, you need to go learn, you need to do, then they start to. So I understand it's not easy learning a new skill. It will be interesting to find like-minded people who want to also upskill, right? And then hold yourself accountable. Join a group where the group you're like poised to, hey, we are learning a new skill, and then you hold yourselves accountable to it. So this is the Microsoft AI, plan helper. Yes, very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Sarah, it's very interesting. So if you want to change career now, hey, this is just an example of, this is just for those who want to, learn a new skill in tech, right? In IT. This is for me. That's what I'm saying. Microsoft Learn is the, is the easiest place for you to go to learn. So if you want this learning plan, let me know, shoot me up. I can share this with you and you can go start learning. And it tracks your progress. And then, it's, again, the interesting thing is, it is free. So that is it for how to, how do you call it? How to learn something new with it. So I've shown you that. Now let's get into the wave, what's happening in Copilot. Let's go back to mine. So if you've been following Power Platform for a while now, there has been a lot of updates in the Power Platform. Lots of them. All right. And I shared that, I think, in my last video. But this is 2025 release wave 1, right? What are the things we need to be expecting and looking out for in the Power Platform for this year, first wave, right? So a couple of things here. There's Dynamics 365 features coming in wave 1. They've summarized them into a one page. Is there? We can go look at it. Role-based Copilot offering is also coming in 2025. And yeah, like I said, the episode I'm doing on Power Series is Copilot Studio. So from next week, you see me. Now, I'm going to start all over again. right? And why am I going to start all over again? Because the platform has changed. The platform has changed from when it was Power Virtual Agent. It's gone through a lot of changes. So I'm going to take my time, go back to start from the beginning, how you can create your own co-pilot, how you can create your own agentic co-pilot, how you can create your own, so for lack of better words, we don't call them bots again, we call them co-pilot or agents, right? We're going to learn we're going to start from scratch again. So from next week, we're going to start all over again because the platform has changed and we need to, I need to go through and tell, hey, this is what has changed and this is how you can create stuff, right? So that's going to happen starting from next week. So from here, we can see that, and also, so wave one, I mentioned that for those that are new, the Power Platform is made up of the Power Apps, Power Pages, Power Automate, Microsoft Copilot Studio, AI Builder. There are a lot of things in the Power, now Power BI has gone under the data platform, which is Fabric, but Power Apps, Power Pages, Power Automate, Copilot Studio, solid, and Power Pages. Now, these are the release. So there are a lot of features, right? A lot of features for it. So for Power Apps, changes how the software solutions are going to be built with the plan. Power Pages, there are a lot of, there. For me, the cool thing is the Microsoft Copilot Studio, right? Now, the new capabilities for Copilot Studio is now embedded. There's an embedded builder in Microsoft Copilot, right? That supports new actions, some enterprise knowledge sources and stuff like that. And that's why I'm saying we're going to see that on starting from next week. AI Builder, also there are a lot of release for it. When it comes to governance and administration, there are some also changes for it. But this is the milestone, right? So actually started 3 days ago. Release plans are available as of 3 days ago. Early access to some of the things will come February 3rd. So you see the release plan for early access, but then you start to see them in your environment to leverage from February, right? And then you see general availability somewhere in April. So all the new things that are coming, you can see them live or generally available to use in production by April. But in February, you can start seeing that. Now, so you can enable this in your environment and make it. So I'm going to show you this quickly. But before then, let's take a look at a few of the release plans. So for each of them, you can see what is planned. You can just open that up. And that is, look, guys, the website I show you is your authentic source, right? Is your authentic source to understand what's coming in on the various platforms. So there are some of the features: add suggested prompts to custom copilots. This is coming by May. Use a single connector for both knowledge and action. That's coming. Public preview by February, but then general availability in 2025. Core authoring is there. Speech and IVR. There is the request to be able to do speech and AI-powered voice solution using Copilot Studio. That's coming in somewhere April. We'll get to see that and so on. Now, all these new things that are coming, right? I'm going to show you how you can position yourself to start leveraging and using them. So let's go to powerapps.com. Let's go. So now I'm going to open my Power Apps instance. Let's close this for now. We can close this for now. And let's do this. Let's go. Still, oh, come on. There we go. Let's do my multi-factor. Make sure that we're doing it securely and safely. Wow, it's 1 hour. Oh no, time really flies when you're having fun. Quickly, I'm just going to show you this quickly. And then I'm going to show you this quickly, and then you can go try it out. And then I'll see you next Sunday for this, but make a deal with me on Tuesday and Friday first. All right. So come on. There you go. Yeah, as you can see on the right, there's always new experiences going on. Let me show this quickly, and then we can go. So let's see. I'm just going to open a very simple application. I want to show you something real quick on how to enable and I have access to some of these preview, because sometimes people don't see or know how to. Some people don't know how to do that. So I'm just going to show you this quickly. And also a lot of the modding controls, right? A lot of the modding controls are now generally available. So you can now use them in production. We've had to do a lot of, how do you call it? We had to do a lot of workarounds and not put them in production because we're worried that, it wouldn't work. So now look at this. If you go to here, some of the things are still but a lot of them are now generally available, right? So let's go ahead here. You can see some of them here. Batting, those that are in preview will have the preview sign on the left, and a few things. However, now if you come to the top here, click the ellipsis and go to settings. All right, you can go to update, and then these are some of the new features that are in. You can enable for each application. Now, when you enable this, it's not environment specific; it's application specific. It's going to reload that again. So you go through that process and you can enable some of the new features. Now, for the experimental or the preview features, you can also go to the preview tab and then enable them. But remember, it's not ideal to use these preview features in production. Okay. So come on. So click here again, settings, update. So here, you can see Copilot comment generated formulas. You can enable it, enable delegation. Well, this is something, but if you go to preview, you can see all the preview stuff. Enable improved data table control. Keep recent base. You can do that. I think, where is the modding control? Copilot for formulas is there. App Copilot, connect a Copilot in the Canvas app is there. So these are all preview stuff, and then experimental stuff as well. Optimized, pass error to Azure Insight, enable web scanners. Yeah, talk about web scanners. This is something I really talk about. Let me talk about really quickly. Now, did you know that you can actually run Power Apps on devices like this? This handheld POS or handheld machines like this one, right? This point of sale device, you can actually run Power Apps on them. So far as they're running any Android, you can actually, we have done that for some ticketing application and stuff, so you can deploy them. So in there, I'll probably enable the web barcode scanner and stuff like that. PDF function, user-defined functions, user-defined types. So this is where to go to enable all these new and preview features. You can test them out, right? And then you go. Now, quick update before we go. Because there's a lot of updates on also the Power Apps, I would also go back to get a couple of things running in Power Apps. I will not start from the beginning, right? I'm not going to start from the beginning. I would just be pointing out some of these new updates, how to use them, and in more specific terms, how to do specific things related to business, right? So you might probably say, hey, I have this requirement to be able to do A, B, or C, and then I'll tackle that as how to do them, not necessarily walking you through how to do it from beginning to the end. If you want to learn that, you can go back to watch my old videos, or you can join us on the Global Power Platform Bootcamp. You're going to learn a lot from that. So if this sounded like something you want to spend your Sunday evening around 8:30 with us, always make a date with me. 8:30 is at least try to be like an hour, depending on what we're doing. But as you can see, there's a platform to learn stuff and to share stuff. So thank you for joining. Remember, if it's your first time, you can connect with me on all my social handles there. There is a QR code right here, which is the Power Platform WhatsApp group we have. You can scan the QR code and you can join that group. But whilst you do that, you can also, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button so that anytime we go live, you can join us. With that said, thank you very much for making a date with me today. I'm yours truly. I hope you learned something. Feel free to ping me, to send me messages on what something that's of interest you want to see us do on the show, and we'll do that. With that said, going to the week with positive energy, going to the week with an open mindset, live life. Let's make the world a better place through whatever you do. I will try to make the world a better place through technology, and be safe out there. Let's share some love, and I will catch you guys next week. Thank you very much, and see ya.